July 20th, 2022. Hope everybody out there is having a good day today. Start off by saying if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Talk to you a little bit today about, are we just seeing more now because of the all the electronics we have, the surveillances and all this stuff that we have? Could it be as simple as a lot of this stuff was going on the whole time and we just didn't hear about it because everybody's not carrying a phone in their hand anymore and can't record something and get it immediately out to the public to see? You know, I've had people ask me that. Could that be what's going on? And that could be part of it. That could be because how much technology we have now where, you know, if you're in a small town or you're somewhere where something's going on, you can flip your phone on, record it, and send it straight to Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you know, stuff like that. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think what's happening is we're seeing more and more of it because more and more is going on now. I've told you everything's going to have to start to speed up, and it is. It's like a ball going when you push it down a hill. It starts speeding up, it starts getting more and more momentum as it's going, and that's what's going on. We're going to start seeing more craziness go on in the world. You know, everybody's like, well, it can't get no more worse than it is. Yes, it can, and it will. It's going to get worse out here. And a lot of people say, well, it's got to get worse before it gets better. You know, this time may be the worst that ends at all. You know, when I say that, it ends, you know, America as we know it, society as we know it. You know, a lot of people thought just from watching movies, everybody grows up watching movies, reading books and stuff, that this would just be in a, you know, all out happen overnight. You wake up one morning and the full-blown apocalypse has happened, you know, but it's not going to happen like that. It's going to take time. And they're stair-stepping us. So people are like, what do you mean by stair-stepping? And what I'm talking about is they know if they let it completely go down all at once, it will cause utter chaos. But if they stair-step it, let stuff happen a little at a time, it conditions you more to be like, well, okay, you know, it's not that bad. Just like with gas prices, we all saw it, you know, they shot that up and they condition us now that, you know, hey, it's below $4 a gallon. That's awesome. No, it's not. But they've conditioned us now to be excited over $3.90 or $3.50 gas because how high it went up. This is just going to keep happening. It's going to keep getting worse. We're going to have more and more things go on like what happened up, I believe it was in Indiana, where the guy shot the active shooter. Well, they immediately jumped on him because he was carrying a weapon in a gun, technically a gun-free zone. It wasn't a law. It's not a law. He didn't break no law where he was concealed carrying. But, you know, it was the businesses thing. They said, we don't want you to carry weapons here. And now you've got people going after him, which is ridiculous, right? They're going after him for stopping an active shooter because he was in technically a gun-free zone. If anything, that shows you gun-free zones, you know, they don't need them because he was able to put a stop to it. I won't be surprised if somebody doesn't try to sue him or something like that. It's like I've told you, you know, nowadays you get in just as much trouble defending yourself or someone else. You know, it's craziness. You get in trouble for everything nowadays, is what I'm saying. But, you know, read up on it if you hadn't about that deal up there about the gun-free zone and how some people are complaining because he was, according to them, now this is not true, according to them, illegally carrying in a gun-free zone. It's not a law. Where he was, it was not a law. It wasn't nothing like that. He didn't break no law by carrying it in there. It was a businesses, they had a sign up said they wanted to be a gun-free zone. You know, but he didn't break no law. And he put a stop to it. You know, the young man needs a pat on the back for what he did. He did a good job. But to get back on this, as far as everything crashing around us, the explosion yesterday at Hoover Dam, it was some form of generator that blew up. And these things, I've told you, like in my videos, you got to do maintenance on them or they'll blow up. You know, stuff will break. It happens if you don't keep maintenance up on them. And they'll still break even if you do keep maintenance up on them. It just so happens someone was filming either immediately after it happened or right as it happened and caught it on camera. But we know now that that was a generator. Some people are going to say it was probably, you know, terrorist or something like that. But these things happen. You know, you got low water out there. They're having hardly any water out there. You know, this thing's at the dam. You know they're not probably keeping maintenance up on it. It's probably old, probably needs rebuilt, and it blew up. And that's just the way it goes. You know, it broke, and when it broke, it caused a fire and caused an explosion on it, and that's what happened out there. That's why I don't get too excited when I tell y'all something that just happened. I kind of want to wait and hear, but I want y'all to know what's going on. So I go ahead and tell you, but I also tell you, we're not sure what's caused it. Now we do. You still got China, Russia, and all them going crazy over there. We're eventually going to get involved in this more than just money-wise, and it's just the way it's going to happen. You're starting to see, think back to World War II. Go read your history on it. This is starting to shape up just like this. You remember the Axis powers? That's what's starting to form over there. But they're not going to call them that, but that's what they're starting to form. You know, Russia, Iran, China, all them. This is going to heat up over there. You know, you've got England over there basically, burning up right now. They're hot over there in the EU and Europe and areas. And around here, they're saying we're having record heat. But I remember when I was a kid, it would get hot. Not every summer, no, it didn't get hot. But to me, this is just, it brings back memories of summers when it got really hot. Yeah, you might break a record or something, but now they're making it out that it's just terrible what's going on. The heat's never been seen before. You have periods during the summer, or technically all year, you'll have periods where you break record highs. The one thing I don't remember is how long these are lasting. Usually when I was growing up, it would get hot and stay hot maybe a week. You would have a week of really hot weather, and then you'd have a cold front come through. Technically not a cold front if you live in the south, but it would drop you from 100 down to 89 to 90. That's just not happening much right now. We're in a drought, not technically in a drought yet, but we're not getting much rain down here. And you got the west, they're drying up out there. I mean, things are speeding up. It's just, people ask all the time, well, our infrastructure's falling apart. Why aren't they fixing it? Well, my thought on it is, number one, it could be as simple as they know what's coming, so they're not going to throw money at the problem because they know, in a little while it's not going to matter. So we don't need to fix it. And then you also got people saying, well, it would do a bunch of jobs if they do an infrastructure bill that would, like I've said before, this is not the 1930s. Most people in the 30s, you had the New Deal, that built all these dams and all this stuff, and it put a lot of people to work during the Depression. The difference between then and now is if they made this mass hiring spree to help, build up infrastructure, number one, you got to have all type of training now. Number two, a lot of people's not going to work outside in that type of manual labor. So that's just something you've got to face the facts with. A lot of people do not like to do manual labor no more. They won't do it. They don't know how, and they just refuse to do it. They're like this heat. If we was out there working on the infrastructure right now, imagine the heat out there. Some people wouldn't be able to take it. So we're not going to see no big infrastructure deal come along that fixes everything. We don't have the same type of society as we did in the 1930s with the New Deal. And when I say the New Deal, y'all remember it built it started building roads, and you had the CCC and all that, out here building parks and stuff. But you had people that grew up working outside the whole time then. It wasn't people like now where they got an office job, where they work a set amount of hours, and they're in air conditioning, heated buildings. It's not like that no more. And a lot of people can't take working outside. They just can't take it. They're not conditioned to it. Now, yes, if they went to work doing that, eventually they could condition themselves to be able to handle it. But right now, if the government came on and said, we're going to hire, 3 million, 4 million people to come out here and fix the roads and fix this and fix that, it wouldn't last. Number one, a lot of people would apply for the job, but they wouldn't stay at it because of what it is. You're outside. And it's just, we're not that society no more. We're so easy to, nowadays we just push a button on something, and get work done. That's why we're not going to see a big push to fix the infrastructure. Either one, they know that it's fixing to fail and they're not going to fix it because they want this new Green Deal stuff. Or number two, they also know people's not going to do that kind of work no more outside. So that's just my thoughts on it. Everybody stay safe out there. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all the subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. Feel free to share any and all my videos. Like or dislike this video. Comment on this video. I want to know what you think about it and how you feel about this stuff. And if you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Always be aware of your surroundings. You're not safe anywhere in the world anymore. Protect yourself and your family at all times and get prepped up.